Hey everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here to do maybe a shameful haul of a lot of library books. So we had our library book sale a couple weeks ago, and our library book sale is like unbeatable, you guys. It is 50 cents for paperbacks and $1 for hardcovers, and so like it's just hard to resist, you guys. As my shelves are crumbling because they are so full, I should really either not go or be really like definitive and, discerning about what I need. And I'm just not doing that. Instead, I'm bringing home a million books. So I put the books, it is a whole box plus a bag, and I put them like in a corner of this room and have not messed with them a whole lot since because it's just really overwhelming. But I want to talk to you guys about them, and now it's been about 2 weeks. So we're going to kind of rediscover these together so then I can get them on my shelves and ready to read. So let's start with the little bag. We got a lot, guys, but these are number 2 and 4 in the Princess Diaries. Maybe did I buy number 1, 2? Yeah, the Princess Diaries. So number 1, 2, and 4, which is a really big bummer that I don't have number 3. But you guys, I just recently could not sleep. I have been having like these major anxiety attacks at night, and I don't know why, which is a whole nother topic. But so the other day, I was like just kind of stressed out. It was the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep, and I turned on the Princess Diaries because you guys, that is like so much comfort to me. I don't know. I watched that as a lot as a teenager, and I just loved it. And so I saw these books, and I was like, I don't know. I think the first one follows the first movie, maybe. I don't know. You guys, do you know? And then I don't know what happens after that. I think there's follow-up movies. I don't know. I haven't seen any of them. But this, I can't wait. I cannot wait to just dive into this series and fall in love with her and just stay with her forever. So I'm excited. And if you guys know where I can buy this version or whatever of Volume 3, let me know. I'm going to check Pango and all that kind of stuff here soon. But yeah, anyway, there's that. Then we've got Terri Blackstock. This is Last Light and Nightlight, and I think this is maybe all of them. There might be another one in this series that I got, but it might be somewhere deeper in the box. And this is a restoration novel. I don't actually know. Look at her author picture. I don't actually know anything about these except that I've heard nothing but good things about Terri Blackstock. So let's see. Is this the first one? I should probably know more about this. She writes a lot of series. It has them all in the front. Let's see. She is a Christian fiction author that writes generally like kind of thrillers. And this one does not have a synopsis anywhere. Oh, yes, it is. Today, the world you know it will end. No need to turn off the lights. Your car suddenly stalls and won't restart. You can't call for help because your cell phone is dead. Everyone around you is having the same problem, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. Your city is a blackout. Communication is cut off. Hospital equipment won't operate, and airplanes are falling from the sky. Is it a oh my goodness, terrorist attack or something far worse? So I think this is a dystopian, maybe set in the future. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I don't know which order these go in, but definitely a dystopian, and I trust Terri Blackstock. The If I Run series is her most popular, and I have only read the first and didn't love it, but I really want to give her another shot. And these are really highly rated on Goodreads, so let's do it. Next is, this is one for the kids. Mercy Watson Goes for a Ride. And this is a Theodore Seuss Geisel honor. So Dr. Seuss honor book. And Kate DiCamillo, she is an author that I just love. And Mercy Watson is a pig. And these are really fun short books that my daughter can read. They're like mini chapter books kind of. And they're fun. This pig, she's adorable. Mercy Watson, she's adorable. So my kids, I'm surprised I've been able to hide this from them for 2 weeks, but they will really like this. Next is How to Find Love in a Bookshop. And I've heard somebody read this by Veronica Henry. Welcome to Nightingale Books, a home for book lovers of all ages. And I really don't need any more than that. Like, a book for book lovers is like a buzzword for me. But the enchanting story of a bookshop is its devoted new owner, its loyal customers, and the extraordinary power of books to heal the heart. that is all I need. I can't wait. I think this is going to be like a romance, but also more of just like that kind of coming to find yourself and all of that. But we'll see. I'm really excited. Next is One Summer by David Baldacci. And David Baldacci is a thriller author, but he writes a lot of different things, and very, very, very prolific, has written quite a bit. And this one is about, it's almost Christmas, but there's no joy in the house of the terminally ill Jack and his family. With only a short time left to live, he spends his last days preparing to say goodbye to his devoted wife, Lizzie, and their 3 children. Then, unthinkably, tragedy strikes again. Lizzie is killed in a car accident. With no one able to care for them, the children are separated from one another and sent to live with family members around the country. Just when all seems lost, Jack begins to recover in a miraculous turn of events. He rises from what should have been his deathbed, determined to bring his fractured family back together. So, yeah, this sounds really good. And I don't think this is going to be a thriller. I think it's this man trying to rebuild his family. And this just kind of, like, between the cover and the mass market size and all that kind of stuff, this feels like reading a Danielle Steele on the beach with my mom, or by the pool with my mom, I guess, because I live in Kansas. So, yeah, it feels very nostalgic for me, and I'm excited to try it. And I've read some David Baldacci and really like his writing. He doesn't write just thrillers, but I think that's primarily what he writes. I'm not sure. Next is The Stranger by Harlan Coben. You guys, I love Harlan Coben. This is also another one, Caught, by Harlan Coben. So this one, The Stranger. The stranger appears out of nowhere, perhaps a bar, parking lot, or the grocery store. The identity is unknown, motives are unclear, their information is undeniable. Then they whisper a few words in your ear and disappear, leaving you picking up the pieces of your shattered world. So Adam Price has a lot to lose, a comfortable marriage to a beautiful woman, 2 wonderful sons, and all the trappings of the American dream. Then he runs into the stranger. He learns a devastating secret about his wife, and yeah, I don't know. Sounds really good. Harlan Coben is another one. He's like James Patterson, where like he's just an OG and I trust him. So this is about Caught is a 17-year-old girl disappears. Her family hears nothing and everyone assumes the worst. And then reporter Wendy Tynes is on a mission to identify and bring down sexual predators via televised sting operations. Her latest target, a social worker known as a friend to troubled teens. As community struggles to cope with the loss of the missing girl, the predator who may have taken her, Wendy realizes she can't trust her own instincts or the motives of people around her. So, sounds good. Oh, yes, here's another 2 in that Terri Blackstock series. So, True Light and Dawn's Light. So, this is all about the dystopian where it's an outage. I really wish they had the numbers on here so I knew. Oh, it does, huh? This is 3 and 4, so where's 1 and 2? So, did I read the first one? Last Light is 1. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so number 1 does not have its title on, or its number on it, does it? I see 2, 3, and 4. I don't see 1 over here, but I'm guessing this is number 1. I hope. Goodness gracious, maybe I bought 2, 3, 4, and 5. But let's see, 2005. You guys don't care about this. I'm wasting your time. This first one was written in 2005, or what I think is the first one. Yeah, Last Light is the first one. So, did I read the right one? Did I read the right synopsis? Yes. Awesome. Okay, so this is the start of its series. Great. Great, great, great. Let's keep going. So, we've got, let's see. Gone Girl, I have read this, and I just wanted my own copy. This is the movie tie-in edition, and it's like a large mass market. Why did I buy this? I don't like movie tie-ins, and I don't like mass market, but I do want it on my shelves in case I ever want to reread it, because this is one that it's been years since I read it, and I know the twist, but like I have seen the movie, read the book, and really liked it, so this is one that maybe I shouldn't have bought, but I did anyway. It's tiny. It won't take up that much space. It's fine. Next is, this is another one I've read, Whitebird by R.J. Palacio, and this is, let's see, an Association of Jewish Libraries, AJL Sidney Taylor winner. And this one, it says soon to be a major motion picture. That's a sticker that I can take off, but this was so good. And it is a World War II graphic novel about this boy. He is like interviewing his grandmother about her time in World War II, and it is so good, so emotional. But y'all, it like smells. It does not smell good. So maybe I'll leave this outside or something for a minute. Let it kind of air out. But such a good book. Next is Trust Me by Brenda Novak. So Brenda Novak is a romance author, which is interesting. This must be a series because it's got 2 more advertised on the back. I wonder if this is the first. I hope so. 4 years ago, Skye Kellerman was attacked in her own bed. She managed to fend off her knife-wielding assailant, but the trauma changed everything about her life. As a result of that night, she joined 2 friends, also survivors, in starting The Last Stand, an organization to help victims of crime. But now the guy is her would-be rapist is getting out of prison. We'll see. So, and then he comes back. But sounds interesting. I am curious to see how Brenda Novak does with a thriller. I've never read any of her thrillers, so there's that. Next is this one, Meg, Jo, Beth and Amy. I heard so much about this, and this is a graphic novel, obviously based on, Little Women. There we go. And I haven't read it, but I really want to. I love graphic novels, and so owning one is great. It is in rough condition, but for 50 cents, I am happy to read it. Next is David Bell, Bring Her Home. And let's see, this is a breathtaking new thriller from David Bell. Let's see, just a year and a half after the tragic death of his wife, Bill's 15-year-old daughter and her best friend disappeared. Days later, the girls are found at a city park. Haley is the best friend. She's dead at the scene, while Summer is left beaten beyond recognition and clinging to life. Yikes. As Bill holds vigil over Summer's bandaged body, the only sound the unconscious girl can make is one cryptic and chilling word: no. And the more time Bill spends with Summer, the more he wonders what happened to her, or if it's even his daughter at all. Yikes. Sounds good. I think he finds out more about his daughter as well as what went down. Next is, I think this is the only one, Redemption, which is by Kingsbury with Gary Smalley, Gary Smalley, which is really interesting to me because I've read both of these authors and really enjoyed them. They're both Christian fiction authors. This is the start of a new series called Redemption. I think I just got the first one. I can't remember, but this is in the Baxter world. So the Baxter family is a series that Karen Kingsbury created, and Redemption is about Carrie Baxter Jacobs. And so I don't know. Do you guys know how to read the Baxter series? What's the best way? Or the Baxter, whatever. What series do we read? How do we read them? I might Google it actually, or look it up somehow, because my kids and I are actually reading the Baxter Family Children, which is a set of like middle grade books about the Baxter family when the kids were kids. So I don't know, tangent to say that I want to read the whole Baxter saga someday. And so I got this one. Let's see. Next is another one for the kids. Remember Mrs. Rossi? This is Anne Rossi's mother got sick. No one expected her to die, especially 8-year-old Annie. So my daughter is Annie, and so we love buying books with Annie. But now it's just her and her dad, and they're trying to figure it out. There's a special school assembly. They present Mrs. Rossi's 6th grade class, a book entirely about her mother, made entirely by her class. So it sounds super sweet, super heartbreaking, but really good. I will probably read this and not read it to my girls right now anyway. But maybe I'll definitely pre-read and see what the content's like. Next is The Guest Room by Chris Bohjalian, maybe? I don't know. I've read Midwives by him and loved it, so I picked this up. It feels really short, just over 300 pages. When Kristen Chapman agrees to let her husband host her brother's bachelor party, she expects a certain amount of debauchery. She takes their young daughter to Manhattan for the evening, leaving her Westchester home to the men in their hired entertainment. What she does not expect is that the entertainment, 2 scared young women brought there by force, will kill their captors and drive off into the night. Yikes. So that's interesting. That's really interesting. I honestly bought this just not even reading the back because of the author, and this sounds really interesting. Next is The Wives by Tarryn Fisher. I've heard a lot about this book, but I have not read it, and I've heard the twists are good. I don't really want to read a lot about it, but you've never met the other wives. None of you know each other, and because of this unconventional arrangement, you can see your husband only one day a week, but you love him so much you don't care. At least that's what you've told yourself. So this just sounds interesting to me. I want to know what it's about, and yeah, if you've read this, let me know what you think. Next is, well, we've got a Flat Stanley book for the girls. This is the original Flat Stanley. We have some of the chapter book spinoffs. The girls love it. So there you go. Next is Nowhere But Home by Liz Palmer. This is Queenie Wake has just been fired from her job as a chef for not allowing a customer to use ketchup again. Now, the only place she has to go is North Star, Texas, the hometown she left in disgrace. Maybe things will be different this time around. After all, her mother, notorious for stealing your man, your car, and your rent money, has been dead for years. And Queenie's sister, once the local teenage harlot who fooled around with the town golden boy, is now the mother of the high school football captain. Queenie's new job, cooking last meals at the nearby prison, is going well. But apparently, let's see, they have a memory for, Texas has a memory for bad reputations, and then there's a high school sweetheart who broke her heart that she bumps back into, and it sounds fun and cute. It'll be a good one, I bet. Next, we've got a Cam Jansen book for the girls, the summer camp mysteries. This supposedly has 3 in 1, but it feels pretty short. We like Cam Jansen around here, so that'll be good to have. Next is Killman Creek by Rachel Kane. I think this is number 2 in her Stillhouse Lake series. So I'm not going to read anything about it, but basically the premise, I think, of the series, I haven't read it, but is about a woman who discovers that her husband is a murderer, I think, and they're on a lake. I know it's like 3 or 4 books, and Rachel Kane actually died while writing this, I believe. So I don't know if somebody else finished it or if it ends abruptly, but I've heard really great things, and I think it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I want to check out the first one and then read this one. Only a few more. So The Magic School Bus Fixes a Bone. This we love the Magic Schoolhouse books. They're so informative, so educational, and my daughter's very into the human body, so we are going to be reading this soon. Next is The Summer Nanny by Holly Chamberlain. So a lot of people don't love Holly Chamberlain, and her books get very low ratings. They're like 400 and something pages, but I love them. They're women's fiction. This one's about every June, the quiet beach town of Ogunquit is taken over by wealthy families who hire young women like Amy Latimer and Haley Franklin to care for their children. Best friends since childhood, they're eager to have summer jobs. Amy wants to finance her upcoming move to Boston. Haley hopes to squirrel away enough money so her mom can finally leave her abusive husband. Amy is immediately enthralled to her dynamic boss, so different from Amy's mother, Lita. Haley's employers are loving parents to their 2-year-old twins. Anyway, passing weeks bring complications and revelations, altering friendships, testing the bond between mothers and daughters, and proving that the ripples from a single season can last forever. So I'm excited. I think it sounds good, even if it's got really low ratings. So then we've got another Karen Kingsbury called Found. This is a Baxter family drama, the Firstborn series. So another one somewhere in that Baxter universe. Then we've got Catching Genius by Christy Kiernan, and this is a debut, and so I'm always kind of hesitant to buy debuts, but for 50 cents, you guys, again, for 50 cents, by golly. As children, the Sykes sisters, Connie and Estella, were unassuming, precious, and very close until one sister was discovered to be a math prodigy. Estella, pushed to focus on her gift, fell into her father's favor, leaving Connie to grow up in the shadow. Connie, the normal little sister, became defined by her beauty rather than her intellect. I'm really interested in books about like sisters and the definitions that people give them, and especially as I have 3 girls, and like it is very hard not to compare your girls or compare your kids. But like it's so detrimental at times. So now years later, the sisters are forced to reunite, and the reunion comes at a time of crisis where they both must come to terms with painful revelations and devastating consequences. So yeah, sounds good. We are almost done, I promise. Next is another Holly Chamberlain book that nobody likes, but I am hoping I will. Home for the Summer. Before you move on, you have to go back. Yorktide, Maine. So yeah, I won't say any more about it because it's probably Just a girl going home, figuring stuff out. Next is A Bridge Across the Ocean by Susan Meisner. I love Susan Meisner, and I want to have all of her books, even though, you guys, this is well loved. There's some tape. It's an ex-library copy, but there's a reader's guide, too, and I love that. This is February 1946. World War II is over, but the recovery from the most intimate of its horrors has only just begun for Annalise Lang, a German ballerina desperate to escape her past, and Simone Devereaux, the wronged daughter of a French resistance spy. Two women are joining of hundreds of others European war brides aboard the renowned RMS Queen Mary to cross the Atlantic and be reunited with their American husbands. So we also get present day. Brett Castlake visits the famously haunted Queen Mary at the request of an old friend. She wants to solve an old tragedy. I don't know. I trust her. I trust Susan Meisner. Can't wait. Two more. So we've got another Baxter family love story. This is, I don't know which series, what part. I don't know, but I'm going to read it someday. If somebody tells me where to start, I don't know. And then the last one is The Life List by Lori Nelson Spielman. Let's see. Women's fiction. And it says, Brett Bollinger seems to have it all. A plum job, a spacious loft, an irresistibly handsome boyfriend. So this is two females named Brett, which is really interesting to me. Especially because that has been on our list of names for babies, but I have a brother named Brent, and I feel like it's a little too close. But anyway, so she has it all, a charmed life until her beloved mother passes away, leaving behind a will with one big stipulation. In order to receive her inheritance, Brett must first complete the life list of goals she'd written when she was a naive girl of 14. So that's fun. On the back it says, go to Paris, have a baby, maybe two, fall in love. So I love these kind of tropes, like a bucket list type trope. And so, yeah, I'm excited about it. So that is everything that I got from the library book sale. You guys, next one is in like November. So maybe I'm going to try to buy no books until November. Probably not, but maybe, because I can be busy for a long time. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any of these that I should prioritize, let me know, and we'll see you in the next one.